Broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome, and thank you so much for being with us today. My name is Sandy Elson, and on behalf of the travel professional community and travelprofessionalnews.com, I want to welcome all of you to what I know will be a very informative webinar that you will really enjoy. Our host for this wonderful webinar is Voyeur Travel, and our speaker is Nicole Hanna, Senior Director of Marketing for Voyeur. With more than 10 years of experience in marketing, Nicole leads the team responsible for trade-facing marketing activations at Voyeur Travel, one of the largest and most awarded travel networks in North America. Nicole's topic today is how to leverage localized marketing for your home-based travel business. And I know we can all look forward to wonderful information about that. Before we get started, a reminder that you are all muted, but we welcome your questions. You can type in your questions at any time in the question area you see on the right-hand panel of your screen. At the end of Nicole's presentation, we'll get to as many questions as we can. So I'm going to turn the microphone over to Nicole so she can get started. Welcome, Nicole.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction, Sandy. Really appreciate it. And as always, it's a pleasure working with the travel professional community and travelprofessionalnews.com. And thanks for everyone on the webinar who is attending today. We are pleased to be here and presenting to you, and hopefully we'll share some great information with you. So with that, I will get to our presentation. So that is me. I know Sandy just introduced myself, but this is Nicole Hanna speaking, and again with Voyeur. I've actually been with Voyeur for over 8 years, and I will say it's been incredible to see the company grow, really from sort of humble beginnings as a Hawaiian tour operator to a small family-owned business, and evolving into what is known today as what you know today as Voyeur Travel. So it's great to personally see that evolution. Before we get into the content, just who is Voyeur, a little bit about us. We have over 54 years of travel expertise, still family owned and operated, as mentioned. A globally recognized brand, also an American Express travel representative for over 30 years. We're one of their largest sellers of cruises and tours. So really two global brands, the backing credibility of two global brands. We've also been voted Best Host Agency by travel professionals such as yourselves the last 4 consecutive years. Really amazing. That award's actually the inception's been around, was about 4 years ago. So we're very pleased and thank everyone for winning that award the only 4 years it's been around. Hopefully that says something about our network. And then built on integrity and professionalism, really a great reputation in the industry by suppliers as well as agents. We're one of the most awarded travel host agencies. I've personally been involved with some of the Magellan Awards we've won for marketing. We have a long-standing reputation for our marketing and travel technology. So anyways, with that, I'll get to the meat of this presentation, what you all came for, some marketing best practices and tips about how to leverage localized marketing for your home-based business, and ultimately how to make your independent business more successful than ever. That's what you're really on here for, right? So localized marketing. Today's topic, we'll cover what is it, first off, the power of small business, some consumer trends, and how you can leverage those, some capabilities for prospecting. Another word for prospecting, of course, is just finding new clients, which I'm sure you're all interested in. And then some post-prospecting tactics. And this is really for nurturing those relationships and retention. As you all know, it costs far less to keep a client than to find a new one. So that's, of course, we're including that. It's very important here. So what is localized marketing? So it refers to any marketing techniques that a local business in any industry uses to market itself online or offline to the area it operates in. It's a relatively new buzzword, somewhat of an old concept, sure a lot of you, in the past had to look for a local business or went to your, the store down the street. So it's a relatively old concept, but it's really about connecting locally. And of course, now though in this digital era, it would be a little bit different. But for most small business, which I'm guessing most of you can relate to, you can't afford a large budget for marketing. I think stats are the average business spends only about $500 a month. And so trying to go after large markets, be everything to everyone, just isn't going to be as effective. You can't afford to compete. But of course, you want to see more customers and more sales. I'm assuming, correct? So this is really where you succeed and can make strides. Strategically to go after a local audience with a much better return on investment or return on effort, as we say. So let's see, the power of small business. You, of course, your businesses being one of these. There are nearly 30 million small businesses in the U.S. The SBA defines a small business as any for-profit organization with fewer than 500 employees. 99.9% of all companies are small businesses. Small businesses employ 47.8% of U.S. workers. And they really do have a big impact on the U.S. economy through innovation, job creation, and just overall economic impact. Micro businesses, which perhaps this is one of yours, those employing fewer than 10 employees, make up about 75.3% of all private sector employers. So getting to some consumer trends, and these are consumer trends to be aware of to really maximize your marketing efforts and the power of your small business. So today's consumer can get what they want when they want it, fortunately or unfortunately, we might think. But as a result, they're more curious, demanding, and impatient as ever. People are getting really more specific than ever in their searches, and they expect and demand useful, relevant information quickly. Consumers no longer just want engagement, they want experience. So to experience a brand or product or service before they buy, especially for products they're interested in. Video and visual content is very powerful here. For live video, audiences love the ability to feel like they're getting that front row seat to an event or a behind-the-scenes look at something. For visual content, and images and videos should really tell a story that is relatable to and resonates with viewers who are looking for an emotional reason to connect with a product. And then we have voice-activated personal assistants as a trend will continue to shape consumer behavior. I can say personally, I do speak to Alexa on a daily basis. I'm not sure how many of you on a call do the same, but it is very popular. And 30% of all web browsing sessions will be done without a screen by 2020. This really makes it more conversational. And lastly, consumer trend is distrust is at an all-time high, which actually, as we'll get to, will be beneficial as a small business because you guys can really foster that trust and loyalty. But because of this, it does call for more transparency and authenticity in marketing. So some consumer travel trends to be aware of. Travelers want to feel confident. So 55% of travelers surveyed agree that they have to check too many sources of travel information before making a decision. Travelers also want immediate gratification, increased access to information and on-demand world we live in today, of course accelerated by mobile, the use of mobile, allows us to be more spontaneous. And travelers also crave personalization. And this is going to be a big sort of keyword for today as well, but if a travel brand tailored its information and overall trip experience based on personal preferences or past behavior, 36% of travelers say, which is 1 in 3, that they would pay more for their services. So that's a big one. Just think that people are willing to, 1 in 3 are willing to pay more for that personalized service. So, and as mentioned, distress is an all-time high, and they want that personalization. And this, again, is where you can lean in and provide, what really sets you apart as a small business. Through your experience, your personalized service, you can provide better, rich and customized content, vacation planning suggestions, make them feel confident and trust that relationship that you've cultivated. So into localized marketing, our topic for today, some capabilities for prospecting, how you can use this to your advantage. As a small business, of course, you need to attract and convert prospects or new customers. So for localized marketing, back to the idea of local. Some of you on the webinar may be asking, I have an online presence, so what is my area? You can think of it as, you likely have a state, a city, a region, a community you relate to or can connect with and offers personalized service to. It's kind of near the area you operate in, even if you don't have a storefront, which I'm guessing most of you on the webinar don't, although some may, but most people are online now, most of us. So as an example, I'm personally right now in California. I'm in San Diego. A region I associate with is maybe Southern California, and I'm also specifically in North County in a coastal community that I'm around. But anyways, some local capabilities you can take advantages of. What publications do you have in your area that you can advertise on? For local groups and events, where can you advertise at or hold yourself? Some of you may already have some local groups, some of the local events that you throw once in a while. And a community you connect with can it really can be not only the area or community you live in, but it can also be effective as a hobby or interest, whether you're big into golf or a charity. Those are also some areas you can sort of connect locally with as well. A big opportunity, particularly in this digital age, is social media. Facebook, I'll cover in, particularly. I'm assuming most of you are likely on Facebook. I know a lot of us are, but Facebook has been and continues to be the #1 social platform in the world, with an average of 2 billion active users and 1.32 billion daily users. Just think of how many people that is. Facebook is a way to connect with a large audience, but again, you likely don't have the unlimited budget to do so, so targeting is going to be a big part of that. We'll get into targeting. But building a social media presence creates another way for prospects to find you. It increases the chances of your small business grabbing a potential customer, so it is important. You can utilize social media to really engage with customers on a more personal level. This is some of that organic marketing some of you may be doing already. But you can leverage your expertise, share useful travel tips and trends, utilize live video features during, if you're attending inaugurals or a fam trip, a personal trip, industry events. You can give customers the feeling of being taken behind the scenes and connect with them on that personal level. And I wouldn't worry too much about, may say I don't have, professional equipment. They just really like that inside peek, and they'll appreciate it either way. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. You can also use messaging as a customer service outlet for faster response, which is catering to their need to get answers right away. Nowadays, consumers really do expect to hear back within an hour. So you do want to get back to people rather quickly, and it's a great way to leverage the messaging app. You can even have it on your phone, so you can be anywhere and get back to people rather quickly. You can also use Facebook ads for targeting, as we talked about, and retargeting. Facebook offers, again, we mentioned the huge pool of users that it taps into, but it offers very granular targeting. Multiple factors, including locations or their interests, age, just location alone, granular, it gets down to state or region, city, zip code, or business address. So that's a way that you can, more efficiently spend on advertising instead of, again, trying to hit on a national level and hit everyone everywhere with your message, which isn't going to be as effective trying to compete with, let's say, a national brand. So you'll be much more effective getting very targeted. And then a couple other ways for prospecting capabilities: directories. You can also submit your business into directories for prospects to find you, such as Yellow Pages or Merchant Circle. Review sites, get your business into review sites and have a presence there to be found. Get reviews. And then there's also things like local search ads that you can use, online search ads to drive local traffic to your business. So those are some ways to prospect or find clients. And then getting into nurturing or retention, sort of post-prospecting, whether it's your list of customers already or those, utilizing those prospecting tools and bringing in leads and then nurturing those. So we'll talk about some tactics here. And email marketing really is the most effective. It's a top tactic and just an overall revenue generator. When communicating with consumers, remember that most prefer email over all their communication channels when interacting with businesses. I know some people say we're too saturated with email, but at the same time, a lot of people still crave communication that way. And we want to talk to our customers in the way that they prefer. So some statistics on email marketing: worldwide usage will top 3 billion users by 2020. 205 billion emails are sent every day, and it's expected to grow an average annual rate of about 3%. This is really quite incredible. It has an average return on investment of $38 for every $1 spent. So it's working hard for the money that you're spending, which is great as a small business, of course. 80% of professionals said email marketing drives customer acquisition and retention, so it's proven. 61% of consumers enjoy receiving weekly promotional emails, like I had mentioned. Of course, that also means that they want your emails, don't go out and spam a bunch of people. That won't be as effective, of course. And personalized emails, again, back to that personalized, you deliver 6 times higher transaction rates. So that really is key in how they want to communicate. 88% of smartphone users actively check email on their phone. Again, the importance of mobile. Everyone probably has, I would guess a lot of you right now have your mobile phone right next to you. So just think of how many people are on their phones. And that's really also why it's so important to have responsive websites or responsive emails. It needs to look professional when they open it up on mobile, because most people are going to do that. So how can it help your business? Well, it keeps you top of mind. Maintains a conversation with your customers year-round. It's really a great way to take advantage of that personalization. You can send customized travel suggestions based on preferences and or past experiences. Some examples could be, let's say, some new releases of products or destinations that they like. It's kind of an excuse to reach out and not feel like you're bothering them, right? I know a lot of people feel like they're bothering them. But also there's birthdays, anniversaries, maybe an anniversary of their trip, just to remind them if they're looking to take another vacation. There's sales or best time to purchase, making sure they don't miss out. Travel, and of course just travel tips from your expertise. You all are the experts and have a lot of information that you can share and that they would love. And that's content that they want. So a good email strategy really keeps you top of mind with customers, provides excellent service, and it builds trust. Someone who trusts a brand, your brand, is far more likely to buy from you and be a loyal customer. So again, that's really big, and that's what they are looking for. Okay, so we've covered some prospecting tactics and some ways for retention, nurturing those leads. I did want to offer some solutions that Voyeur actually offers, our network, to solve some of these problems as well. Just as the internet has changed the business landscape, the marketing landscape, 67% of small business owners report facing marketing challenges. With the rise of digital marketing, the field really isn't getting any less complex, and I'm sure you can agree with that. Even with today's capabilities, prospecting and retention, as we've been discussing on the call so far, can still be very time-consuming and expensive. When you trial and error of what works for you, it can get costly. So you're finding a travel partner that can help with this can prove to be invaluable. That way, you don't have to wear so many hats. Again, how you run your business is up to you. Some people may want to do all the marketing themselves, and others, choose that they would like some help with that. So they don't have to be an expert in accounting and marketing and everything else that you need to in order to create and sell wonderful vacations. So so Voyeur offers marketing programs to help you find customers and to nurture your relationships with them. For those that have been in the industry for some time, you most likely have a database of customers already. I'm assuming many of you do. And Voyeur's AMP program can really help power your business. So here, AMP, our agency marketing platform, it stands for, we have this platform to help power your business, both locally and nationally. It's fully integrated, it's web-based, it's a personalized marketing program, and it offers email marketing campaigns, most of which they're automated, help save you time. We also have social media campaigns, both automated, as well as a full library you can select from. And then an on-demand print studio for those of you who are interested in direct mail, to have that at your fingertips. So really, AMP capitalizes on Voyeur's exclusive deals with leading cruise, tour, and resort companies. And in today's world, it's so competitive, and I know you need access to the best deals. Remember, travelers are most concerned about finding the best price. Unfortunately, we know that, and we know that they're going to shop around, and even though we wish they wouldn't, but finding a partner that can give you that competitive edge is going to be important, and to really leverage those. And Voyeur does negotiate really wonderful exclusive offers for you to leverage. And we've seen participating members have seen an increase in sales of up to 54%, who are participating there. So just to give you some sort of examples of what that looks like, email marketing. We have a team of email marketing experts who are creating this professional, high-impact content and creative. They're fully responsive across devices, as we mentioned. Mobile is ever important. Every piece has your information on it, so I'll have your name, your agency name, your phone number. It's co-branded with you and Voyeur, as well as American Express, so you get that instant credibility as well, back with that instant credibility. They're personalized to your customers, and they're automated and emails that are sent on your behalf with the latest vacation deals, which keeps you, top of mind, which we said was important, with little to no effort on your part, which is great. We also have some additional emails you can opt into based on products you sell or your customers' interests. Another great feature of AMP is its reporting feature, and it really allows you to see engagement down to the recipient level. This allows you to follow up in a timely manner. So let's say you send an email to Susie, and you see that Susie opened a certain email with some great content. That gives you a great reason to kind of reach out, give her a call or email her, see if she's interested to kind of start that conversation. So that performance reporting has been very useful to leverage. Social media is another area that we cover. Again, that's professionally designed. This is just some samples, but the professionally designed and give you a professional image. We have travel tips and the latest trending topics and offers. It really leverages Voyeur's social media experts, again, so you don't have to create all this content. We have an opt-in program that can post on your behalf, sort of a set it and forget it approach to keep you active on social channels for those of you who maybe aren't as active. Prospecting, your followers can really share, and with friends and families as well. So it's great because it opens up your exposure to more people. And if you don't want to do the opt-in or the automated, you have access to a library of targeted content to customize your posts to your followers. You can demonstrate your destination expertise or your brand specialties. So you can pick and choose what you would like to post and what works well for you. And then direct mail, it also covers print. So these are additionally co-branded assets that are on demand. Customizable text, allowing you to create messages and personalize offers which resonate with your target audience. You can also really customize, build a list, and send in just a few clicks. So it makes it rather easy. If you want to just send a few or you want to send everyone, that's up to you, but you have that capability. Oops, I'll hang there for a second. So just overall, we know it's hard to be all things to all people. So we offer these resources. You don't have to be bogged down with the nuts and bolts of it or be a marketing professional. It helps you save time, so you don't have to create all of this creative and content. It just sort of augments your business since you're busy running your business and all the aspects of that. And this, with all these touch points and different mediums we've talked about, just remember also that follow-up is key. The majority of sales, which I know we sell travel, but we're still in sales, require about 5 or more follow-up touch points. And more than half actually give up after one, which is pretty amazing. Depending on the study you look at, about 70 to 80% give up after only 2 touch points. So, the more you follow up, the better chance you have to convert the lead. Again, do you have time to create all these emails and social posts? You can only answer that. Likely not, but that's also why partnering with the right program and the right network to help you is very important. And I will say, actually, for those on the webinar today, for limited time, there's actually no additional cost for AMP. We've heard some great things, and I believe it's rather fast to actually get set up, just a couple business days. So on to live leads, another offering a Voyeur network offers independent agencies. So AMP really helps nurture your current client base. For those that are maybe new to the industry and want to accelerate their growth, if you're new, you probably don't have a list. Or if you've been around for a while, but again, want an easier, less expensive, and less time-consuming way to prospect, Voyeur offers the industry's first and most successful leads program. And I'm betting that many of you have heard of it. Live Leads, definitely, well-known and quite loved. But what does Live Leads mean? It sends, new customers are sent directly to you. Customers who are ready to plan and book a vacation. So they've raised their hand, they're interested to plan, and they're sent to you to start working in that lead and planning that vacation for them. They can match to you by the destination or vendor specialty. So you can pick, how many specialties you want to be very targeted, how many you want to work, but that is matched to you and your specialties. And they're also accessible anytime from anywhere there's internet, really, by phone, web, or mobile app. So again, if you're traveling on the go, they're very easy to access. And then they're only sent to you. I know some others maybe have you bidding on them or fighting for them. They're really, there's no competition to claim them. This is your lead that's sent to you. So again, an easier sort of way to process by partnering with a Voyeur. A Voyeur, I will say, is being in the marketing department, spends millions of dollars on advertising to generate these qualified leads. So it really saves you time and money so you can focus on what you do best, which is sell and plan wonderful crafted vacations and cultivate those relationships with your customers. So we have some testimonials. These are a few of our independent agencies. We have, let's see, Cindy and David Locke. They've been with us for a little bit. Say, we would not be as successful as we are if it were not for the Voyeur Live Leads program. They have answered the question, where is your next customer coming from? Virtually all of our business is from the Voyeur Live Leads and their referred friends and family. We never have to prospect, promote, or advertise. We can sit in our home office and click on a live lead and do our thing. So Cindy and Dave, they choose to primarily take live leads, and they've been greatly successful. Last year, they did book over $5 million in sales. So they've been doing really well. And we also have Cy Clifford here. She's relatively new. She's only been with our network for about a year or so. She says, one of the best business decisions I ever made was to join Voyeur Travel. I never would have thought that our first full year with Voyeur would have been successful enough to produce $1 million in sales using the Voyeur Live Leads program. So in her first year has produced over $1 million in sales. A lot of that has to do with the Live Leads program. But again, how you run your business is up to you. Some people, some independent agencies they work their own business and then augment that with live leads when they're, maybe it's a slower period and you just, would like to make a couple more sales. Some like Cindy and David are, completely operate off of live leads. Again, that's up to you, but it's handy to have that available when you need it. What else does Voyeur offer? So we've covered, AMP, agency marketing platform, and live leads. Also, you have access to the rest of the Voyeur Advantage when you join the Voyeur network. A couple of these additional items are the highest support ratio in the industry. I believe it's about 1 to 7. And I will say the support staff is fantastic. We have so many independent agencies raving about the help they get, just the ease of being able to pick up the phone and talk to someone, get an answer quickly, which makes a big deal when you're trying to make a sale. You need an answer. We also have more high-quality professional education at the other network. The Mastermind program is one of those I always hear agents rave about. It's run by Tammy Ritchie, and she's really wonderful. Really gives you that sort of hand-on coaching, a great community of like-minded professionals to work with. And I don't have the stat in front of me, but I think it's well over 20% we've proven to increase performance just by being a part of that. We've really seen some great success with the Mastermind program. Some other things you can take advantage of are American Express travel benefits. You have access to pay with points and also other card member benefits, as well as that, obviously instant credibility of being backed with Amex and Voyeur. You also have access to Agent Power, our patented technology to help you outsource the back end of your business. As you see, patented meaning we do have the patent on that, and no one else can have that exact technology. So we're very proud of that, and it's been very helpful and help really streamline your back end of your business and help you. And of course, more. We're constantly innovating. Our support staff of over 150 or 175 employees is here to help make you successful. We really do believe when I say shared success. You may have seen that before, but we really only succeed when you do, and we want everyone in our network to really do well and be happy. And as I said, I've been with Voyeur for over 8 years, and it is a family environment, and really do mean it when we say that. Well, anyways, so hopefully you've learned a little bit about localized marketing, the resources Voyeur can offer your business. Again, if you decide to do marketing on your own, just remember that technology and the marketing landscape is constantly changing. So, you really need to just kind of stay on top of it. What worked in the past may not work, so it's ever important to stay up to speed. Or again, find a partner that can help you do so. And as wrapping up here, as looking for ways to enhance your business, just remember also to make, if you don't make any changes to your business, you can't expect, you can only expect similar results. So sometimes, getting out there and being a bit uncomfortable, really taking that leap of faith can lead to having the best year yet. And with that, hopefully everyone learned a little bit on the webinar today. Sandy, I'm ready for questions if you have any.
Okay, thank you, Nicole. That was fabulous. A lot of good information there. If anyone has a question about localized marketing or about Voyeur, this is a good time to type it in to the question part of your dashboard. A couple of our agents asked if there's a fee for the AMP program once you're a member of Voyeur.
Yeah, great question. And as I mentioned, as of right now, there is actually no fee. It could potentially change down the road, but as of now, no fee to join that. And again, I believe they can get you set up rather quickly, so that is included.
Okay, excellent. Can you elaborate on the Mastermind program? One of our agents wants to know more information about what that is.
Yeah, wonderful. So we have some professional development and education. I'll just start with Voyeur University. Is sort of an online, on-demand program that we have. Mastermind is a more specialized after that. Really, it's a great community there's in-person events, there's sort of coaching, one-on-one, and several other programs that really help you with, closing sales and just improving your business and, sharing best practices too, to have a community where you can discuss, what works for everyone. And that's been very successful for agents really being able to share their best practices and also have just, agents, again, most of us are working from home, but to have that community to be able to discuss, business with. But again, there's peer-to-peer think tanks, there's one-on-one strategy, sales best practices, business foundations, role-playing, business coaching, I know just several other programs. If you have more information, hopefully that covered some of it, but again, we can, I'll have some contact information I'll actually end on. You can reach out and we'll give you even more information on the Mastermind program.
Excellent, thank you. One of our agents wants to know if you already have your own website and you join Voyeur, can you keep your website or do you switch to an Voyeur website or do you have both or what's the situation with that?
Yes, excellent question. We do offer a website solution. I'm actually probably not the best to speak to that, so I might actually refer for most details to contact us at the phone number you've seen on your screen and the email contact@joinavoya. We have a wonderful team of Join Voya specialists who really, they really can answer all those questions. So sorry, I don't have the exact answer there, but I think it's both, but let me refer to the phone and the email to get more info.
Okay, great. Thank you. I think that covers it for the questions that we have. I want to let our agents know that if you think of something or just want more information, Nicole has all of the contact information up on your screen right now. So jot it down before we close and give them a call or email them, and they will be happy to help out. Our host today has been Voyeur Travel, and our wonderful speaker has been Nicole Hanna, Senior Director of Marketing for Voyeur. Nicole, thank you so much. That was such wonderful information.
Well, thank you, Sandy, and thanks again for having us, having Voyeur Travel. Always a pleasure, and thanks everyone for who attended today. Hopefully you learned some great information, and again, don't hesitate. If you have any questions, reach out to that phone number and that email, and we'd really be happy to share more. So thank you so much.
Excellent. Thank you. And I'll add my thank you to our agents on this webinar with us. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to be here. I know that you learned a lot. So enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.